As a patient or somebody who knows somebody who has C. difficile infection, you have seen firsthand some of the devastating effects of this infection. And the epidemiology of this infection has shown that this is a true epidemic in the North American continent. It would be great if there was a vaccine that was developed that could prevent C. difficile infection in individuals who are at greatest risk for developing C. difficile. And the idea behind development of a vaccine would be to neutralize the toxins, the elements or proteins that are released by the bacteria that alter our bowel. By neutralizing those proteins, it could prevent symptoms of the infection and prevent the infection in the first place. But what we have to do when we develop a vaccine is tell our body or train our body to develop and form these antibodies. So what we do is we stimulate antibody formation that will neutralize or negate the toxins from C. difficile. And that's what Pfizer is attempting to do with the development of a vaccine. And they put data forward in a manuscript form this week in Clinical Infectious Disease that was very exciting. This was phase 2 data where they looked at individuals 65 through 85 who were healthy. They looked at 855 individuals between 2015 and 2017, and those individuals were randomized to either receive a placebo, receive a 100 microgram injection, or 200 microgram injection of this vaccine. And then they were checked for how their body responded to this injection in terms of their immune system response, specifically to the two most important toxins associated with C. difficile, toxin A and toxin B. And the results were very, very exciting. Overall, they showed that the responses to this vaccine were very good. They did two separate protocols, one a monthly injection and the other a day injection. The day injections included injection at day 1, day 8, and day 30. The monthly injections were done at month 0, month 1, and month 6. And what we're looking at on this figure in the PowerPoint slide is the immune response to toxin A on the top and toxin B on the bottom. What I'll say is that the day protocol wasn't as effective as the month protocol. So we're going to focus on the month protocol, and we can see that response rates after injection at month 0, month 1, and even more so at month 6 were quite hardy and very impressive to both toxin A and toxin B, with the peak response being at 7 months. So overall, we see that these injections, compared with placebo, were very effective at stimulating an immune response, but more importantly also, they were very safe, with the only adverse event being reported being an injection site tenderness, which we see with most vaccines that are injections. As an individual who's either been touched by C. difficile personally or knowing somebody who has C. difficile, it's important to realize that this could be a significant game changer in the epidemic of this infection across our country, because providers could potentially identify individuals who are at greatest risk for C. difficile, give them this injection, and prevent the infection in the first place, thereby decreasing the burden on our general population. So I'm very excited about these results, but we have tempered enthusiasm because currently Pfizer is running a phase 3 study to look at the efficacy of this, following patients up who have received the vaccine compared with placebo and seeing the incidence of C. difficile. And hopefully we will see those results in the coming years. But right now, this is a very exciting effect showing that this vaccine seems to stimulate the host's immune response to toxin A and toxin B, thereby preventing the infection potentially.